Today I'm heading back to a pub that I used to drink in 1986, 87, 88. Looking forward to it. Going to drink a few pints today. Drank pints then as well with one of the ministers in the government, was regular visitor Bertie Ahern, and it's a famous pub. It's mentioned in Ulysses, but looking forward to going back to it. Today, myself and herself are heading to Dublin to meet my son and his girlfriend for a couple of drinks there before Christmas, and we're going out for a meal. But from my perspective, one of the things I'm looking forward to, in addition obviously to meeting my son again, is we're drinking in a pub called the Brian Boru pub, Heddigan's pub, at Hart's Corner, Glasnevin. And that's where I started off in business in 1986, in December 1986, in a little shop there on Hart's Corner. Heddigan's is just before that, between Phibsborough and heading out to Finglas. And Heddigan's pub actually is a famous sort of a landmark pub insofar as it features actually and is mentioned in, the Brian Boru is mentioned in Ulysses, in the novel, because earlier on in the novel there is a scene or a situation where there's a burial in Glasnevin Cemetery, and they talk about Crossguns Bridge and Heddigan's pub. So Heddigan's pub is just between Crossguns Bridge and Hart's Corner, and I haven't been in the pub for many, many years. Funnily enough, we used to go into it regularly back in 1989, 1990, 86, 87 when we were in Dublin in the shop. But I can vividly remember at the time the great trilogy of games between Dublin and Meath in the Leinster Championship, where there was I think 2 or 3 draws and eventually Meath came through. Very, very exciting times and great crack, huge crowds going to those games. But after the matches we used to go into Heddigan's pub. Myself and my brother and my dad used to come up for the matches, and maybe 1 or 2 other people, and we'd have a few pints. But Bertie Ahern used to always come in. Bertie was a minister at the time, he wasn't Taoiseach, and he used to come in with his 2 little daughters, Georgina, and I can't remember the other girl's name. One of them obviously is the novelist now, and the other girl, I think she married a guy out of Westlife, or one of the boy bands, but they used to come in with their dad, with Bertie. He was a minister at the time, I think in Charlie Haughey's government, if not then Albert Reynolds, but probably Charlie Haughey's, and he used to come in with his Garda driver and drink pints there. I haven't been in the pub since then, so we're looking at 1986, 87, 88, and this is 2023, so we're looking at a long time ago. I'm looking forward to it actually, looking forward obviously to seeing my son Paddy and his girlfriend Jenny, and we're going for a feed then later on, an Indian But I'm looking forward, and I'm hoping to slip out actually and just have a look at the shop, our old shop, and see what the crack is, see does it bring back memories, etc., because it has good memories, great memories for us, for me anyway, and looking forward to that trip there today. This is Lindsay Road, Glasnevin, and over there, the far side, across the way, is the shop. The very first business I ever set up. It's a Chinese takeaway there. You can have a look there now. That shop across the way there is a Chinese takeaway now. That's where I set up my first business in 1986. December 1986, so this is 37 years ago. I used to walk up and down these streets with a hand trolley, delivering briquettes and coal and so on. And I can vividly recall one Christmas Eve, walking down this road with a delivery to some girl living in a flat down there with coal or briquettes. And it was actually so late on Christmas Eve that I could hear the bells from the church down there ringing for midnight mass. But this is where I started my business career, and delivering briquettes and coal and everything else that we could deliver across these streets. But we'll go over here now and have a look at the shop. It's a 450 square foot ground floor unit, 2-bedroom apartment overhead. There's a billboard then on the end of the building with rental income coming off it. That was our shop, and I'll superimpose a picture later on of the photo of the shop itself at the time, and you'll see the difference between then and now. But there isn't a huge amount of difference. It's number 6 Prospect Road, so we'll go over there and have a look now. That takeaway shop that you see there now, that New Century, that was where we started up in business first. Newsagents and convenience store and so on. Number 6 Prospect Road, Glasnevin. Down here at the end of the building, you'll see there is a billboard which brought in a nice bit of rental income off it. And then overhead, there's a 2-bedroom apartment, and that's where myself and my brother Pat worked bloody hard from December 1986 for about 3 years, and we did really did well enough. And then we went our separate ways. But this brings back a lot of memories for me, because I used to tramp up and down these streets with a hand trolley, delivering coal, briquettes, gas, etc. And going down that road there, Botanic Road, which is behind me, that road was the road on which I was delivering briquettes to a girl from Cavan, who later became my wife. So this place has a lot of good memories for me. Now I'm going to go head up to the Brian Boru pub. The Brian Boru pub is featured in Ulysses, and it is, or mentioned in Ulysses rather, because in the earliest stage of Ulysses there's a description of a funeral in Glasnevin Cemetery. Glasnevin Cemetery then is not too far behind me, or not too far away, just down the road there, down Botanic Road, swing left. But Hedigan's pub, where we're going to have a few pints now with my young fella Paddy and his girlfriend Jenny. Hedigan is Robert is the person from whom I bought the pub, or bought the shop there, but I'm going to go up to Hedigan's there now, and hopefully it'll bring back some memories as well. All those apartments there that you can see behind me, those apartments, there was nothing there when we were in the shop there. It was green fields, and Tom Bailey of Beauvale Developments bought those fields out there and started that development. And then Bertie Ahern was knocking around here as well. He wasn't too far away, so that's the story. A lot of memories here for me, a lot of great memories actually. Looking forward to a few pints now in this pub, Brian Brew. There's a sign over there now for Hart's Corner. There was no sign when we were here. No sign when we were here for Hart's Corner. I see it there now. Trying to pick it out. Anyway, up here to the pub now. Up here to the Brian Brew pub for a few pints. That was all green fields in there. Huge development there now. That was developed by Tom Bailey of Beauvale Developments. He was also into cattle breeding and that sort of thing. He was involved in the inquiry, I think, into payments to politicians. Not sure now what the outcome of his particular involvement was. Anyway, here's the pub, the Brian Brew, owned by Peter, or P. Hedigan, but Peter and Michael were the lads running it way back. Anyway, I'll go in here for a pint now. Okay, coming to the end of my vlog now. Today, nice day in Dublin. Met my son Paddy and his girlfriend Jenny. Had a few pints there in Heddigan's in the Brian Brew, Heddigan's in Hart's Corner, and we went and had an Indian. So, very pleasant day. Looking forward to getting home now this evening. Actually, when you get old and you hear the noises coming from the Temple Bar there, you are inclined to be looking forward to getting the bus to come home or go home. So that's it. We've about half an hour of a wait for the Mullingar bus. That's it. Hope you like the vlog. If you do, give it a thumbs up down below, and you may be interested in subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thanks a lot.